He said on a scale of 1 to 10, his excitement was a 12 for the AFC Championship. Leading up to the Super Bowl in your conversations with him, what's his excitement level now?
Well, after he figured out that confetti was part of the post game in the AFC Championship game, he had no idea. Understandably, Kris is, if you know Kris is someone who, and I admire him for this. One, he has a great ability to live in the moment, and I'm not sure that there's anyone who attacks life both on the field and off the field. Whether it's climbing Kilimanjaro, building, I think they'll build their 16th well in East Africa this year, the Water Boys. Heck, a little over a month after the Super Bowl, he'll be climbing Kilimanjaro again. And that's Kris. It's where's the next mountain? And that's who he is. And I have a great deal of admiration for the passion that he attacks life. And certainly I would understand that he was a 12. I'm not quite sure what he'll be for this. I'm sure he got a taste of it last night, and as the week progresses and he gets in that stadium and he's on the field, it's pretty amazing. It's bizarre. Grew up in Charlestown. The busing riots hit in Boston in the 70s. I'm not sure if you're too young to know anything about my history, but was living with my grandmother at the time in Charlestown, and my Uncle Billy, who was the first relative to, I think the first relatives graduate from high school and move on from the neighborhood and move out to Milford. And he had 2 kids and 2 adopted kids, and was kind enough at my grandmother's urging to take me in. And had never played football. I was 13 years old. And my life changed walking down the hallway when I saw a guy by the name of Dick Corbin, who was the high school coach at Milford. And as a matter of fact, ironically enough, we practiced at the old Schaefer Stadium before the state championship game. And I think Schaefer Stadium cost, to put in perspective, I think it was $6 or $9 million it cost to build. And Robert Kraft owned the stadium, and then he took over the Patriots, and Sam Cunningham, Sam Adams, Ray Hamilton, and at that point could never have dreamt of, at that point I was living day to day. A scholarship to college would have been amazing, let alone playing the NFL. And to now have a son who's not only playing for the Patriots, contributing, and playing in the Super Bowl is surreal. But for Kris, particularly given the journey he's been on to get here, he's a kid that's just always did it right. Always. Poured his heart and soul into it. I saw how hard he worked. In high school, in college, and in St. Louis, and in preparing, coming back from injuries to be a part of the Patriots team and have a shot to contribute. So I'm extremely happy for him.